Alright, these are earplugs for horses, and we're going to use them because this is Jet. He's a movie stunt horse, and he's going to be going into a reenactment of the 1800s for a train robbery. And there's going to be a lot of yelling and shouting that goes on during the train robbery, and when you start yelling and screaming, especially on horses or around horses, and that happens, it means fear to him. And it means we're angry, even though it's a reenactment. And of course, there's going to be gunshots going on, which I have a gun on. And so it's just better if the horses have earplugs in to help muffle the sound and whatnot. So the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure you can put your thumb into his ears. And he didn't like that to begin with. I'm going to take it out as soon as he's quiet. Again, I'll take it out as soon as he's quiet. And just want to keep going on like this. Good boy. Come here. And he's pretty good. He's pretty good with all the shouting and screaming. It's just going to be better for him. And the other horse is going to be in the moving reenactment. Yeah, we have earplugs in their ears. There, you relax a little bit. Good boy. So we're going to get them nice and quiet here in a minute. And then we can go ahead and put the earplugs in. Looking at the different types of earplugs, the palms seem to be the best earplugs for what we wanted. And there we go. So that's the ones we're going to use. There we go, good boy. Yeah, there he is, a little bit quieter. So when we take them out, we're only going to do one at a time. This is what they look like. Get back here, Jet. We'll put the other pack in my pocket. I just want to start rubbing it on his head, rubbing it around his ears, holding it here until he quits flinching. Rub it kind of inside of his ears, and then take it away. So you got the pressure release. If I just put it in there, he could start shaking his head to where he shakes them out. You'd never want to do these while your horse is tied up in case they did pull back. I'm going to have one hand on his nose because I don't want him throwing his head into me. And I'm just going to kind of sit here and scratch it in his ear. They're not going to like it to begin with, but it's something they need to get used to, especially if you have movie horses, stunt horses, where there's a lot of loud screaming going on, a lot of gunshots going on. Good, I'm going to put it in his ears. I'm going to go ahead and put it in there, leave it in there, and I'm going to go ahead and take it out. And he's doing pretty good with it. So this time I'm just going to go ahead and put it in there, get it down to where I want. I'm going to stand back in case he starts shaking his head. Just like that. And then kind of put my finger in there a little bit. Yeah, make sure it stays in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull the second one out. And then we're going to go over to the other side and do the same thing. And then, again, we're using the earplugs because he is a movie stunt horse. And, to protect his ears from gunshots. I got a gun on right now that's going to be probably fired. And it's just going to be better for his ears, his comfortability. Again, when you start screaming and yelling, it means anger, and the horses will react to that like any animal or any human would. And it, the gunshots going off, it'd just be like if somebody came up behind you and fired a gunshot off, whether it's blank or real. You're going to jump too. So it's just to help them and it's help them muffle the sound. So now I'm going to go ahead and put the earplug in this here. There we go. And that's about it. And that's why I use earplugs, is to make the horse more comfortable with what's going on around him, especially when it comes to movie and stunts. Thank you. Now we're on. We're going to do some reenactments. You can see I got my gun on. There's going to be gunshots going on over there. There's going to be a lot of yelling and screaming going on. But he does have the earplugs in, so we'll see how he does.